Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live. I am your host, Josh Lilquist, having a good time in the studio talking about the do's, the don'ts of the financial markets, how to have strategies for income accounts and retirement accounts, whether they're 401k, IRA, 403 TSP, whatever those strategies and accounts that you have are, different things you can or maybe can't do, the opportunities you may have or may not have. And we show a lot of that stuff in these investing classes. That way, if you have retirement accounts, 401ks, IRAs, or regular retail accounts would be like a trading account, what are the strategies to use the market for now, not the strategies from 20, 30, 40 years ago? Because markets are a little bit different. Markets actually change, it seems like, every single day. That's why you need a strategy that's designed to follow what the market is doing now and using facts, which is supply and demand in the financial markets. We had a lot of people texting into that free investing class that we do locally here at the Academy. Matter of fact, we're doing a campaign all across the metro area. We're doing free investing classes for people just like you, how to get started in the financial markets, or if you've been investing for 20, 30, 40 years and looking for more consistency or doing things a little bit differently. Text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats. And we're in Bloomington. That's our local academy here, state-of-the-art facility. We also have locations in Edina, Maple Grove, Woodbury, Rochester, St. Cloud, Shoreview, Wayzata, Waconia. We're going all over the metro to make sure that we are spreading financial literacy across Minnesota. Text investing to the number 210 right now for 2 seats. So, Al, we covered a lot of topics on the second and third segment here, a little bit on the income strategies, a lot on retirement. I think it's so important right now because we're seeing a lot of people trying to retire now because now they feel like they're back to where they were a few years back. And the markets are up, which is great. So you need strategies that are designed for up markets. But we all know they don't go up forever. And the challenge with a lot of people that have mutual funds is they're in a one-directional strategy. So on this segment here, I want to talk a little bit about options and why so many people are looking to understand more about what options are. That way you can have strategies for up markets. There's strategies to use smaller amounts of capital. Mm-hmm. There's strategies for down markets to be able to use and apply strategies to profit as markets go down. But also even at sideways markets as well. As it kicked off the show, S&P 500, the Dow, and the NASDAQ are all looking really good. Well, the IWM ETF, which is the Russell, it's not doing as good. So it's lagging. So that would be a potential good one for strategies in sideways markets over the past 3-4 years. Markets just haven't done a whole lot. So when people have mutual funds, it's only a one-directional strategy. But what are some opportunities they can do because I want people to understand you can protect what you have. Is there opportunities with mutual funds with down markets?
Well, you have to be able to protect what you have. Risk management is the number one thing that we teach. Unfortunately, with mutual funds, they're really the risk strategies that we teach that most people that are successful use, you can't use with mutual funds. And the problem there is that if the market corrects, the mutual funds are going to go along with the market. It's almost like we have Peter Lynch sitting here with us today. I'm going to quote him again.
Oh, there we go.
He said, when I ran the Magellan Fund, the market had 9 declines of 10% or more in those 13 years that he ran it. I had a perfect record. All 9 times my fund went down. So here's a person that had the most successful mutual fund during that time period, but it went down when the market went down. So how do you make sure that doesn't happen to you? There are assets that you can use. There are strategies you can use to protect your assets. One of the things that our students do as quickly as possible is roll money from a 401k into a self-directed IRA. In a self-directed IRA, you can have protection. You can use options, for example, as an insurance policy. You can use options to take a small amount of money and then control something worth a much larger amount. And the same thing would be true with the futures and the foreign exchange market. They have leverage.
Yeah, so when these markets are going up, then there's opportunities to not use your whole nest egg then, isn't there?
And that's the important thing. When the markets are going up, which they have been, basically it's when the music's playing, you got to get up and dance. But make sure that when the market's going up, you're taking advantage of the opportunities to the greatest amount that you can. And that may be different than what you're doing with a typical stock portfolio or mutual fund portfolio. we go over the assets that the professional traders are using. When the market's going up, they're not getting the same results. They're not getting the same percent returns that the S&P 500 is getting. They far exceed that. How can they do that? Well, they're using different assets, but they're not assets that you can't use. It's just people haven't taught you how to use them or what they are. That's what we do. So when the market is going up, you have to make sure that's when you really take advantage of those opportunities. When it's not going up, when it's going down, you know what? There are opportunities for you to benefit then too. You can use options. You can use the foreign exchange market, the futures market. You can use those in up markets and down markets. Once in a while, we'll have a market that's sideways. If you go into retirement and you're relying on a certain return for your portfolio to actually, get you through those retirement years, but we have a market that's flat, that's basically wasted time for you. How can you generate income in a flat market? We'll show you how you can do that. It doesn't make any difference what direction the market's going, up, down, or sideways. There are opportunities for you, and we'll teach you how to do them. Wall Street's not going to teach you. Wall Street is going to put you in something that is basically the buy and hold strategy, something that will only benefit when the market's going up. Josh had mentioned before, one directional. That's what a 401k is. That's what a mutual fund is. It's a one-directional investment. The market does not always go one direction. So to be successful, to really take advantage of what these markets can provide for you, and those opportunities are there every day, no matter what's happening in the economy, in the global markets, in the stock markets. There's always going to be a benefit. There's always going to be something you can benefit from. Mm-hmm. So that's what we do. Come into these 3-day or to these 2-hour classes. We'll talk to you about how the markets function, how you can take advantage of what's happening. Josh mentioned secret sauce. There's no secret sauce. But as I mentioned in the very first segment, the charts tell you what you need to know. You don't need to have some kind of special formula or special combination of technical indicators. The charts, there's factual things in those charts that tell you what to do. And what to do is to have the greatest probability of the asset working in your favor, and then also the highest profit potential with the least amount of risk.
Yeah, that's a lot. I like that because that's how you have longevity in the financial markets. And we introduce to all these strategies. We're talking about on the radio here and then on the podcast. But the visual, because we're visual learners as people, as adults. That's why we have these investing classes here at the Academy. Just come in one of these classes and just see what it's about. It's 2 hours of your time, yes, but I think it's well spent. Al teaches these classes, I teach these as well, and we really introduce you to those techniques and concepts on how to get strategies that are designed for you, not for your broker, your advisor, or Wall Street, as we like to say. Text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats. We're getting close to the end of the show, and it would be a disservice to not identify or not just mention how great crypto has been doing, because I think a lot of people want to understand more about what crypto is and how it works. I mean, you're seeing Bitcoin at 72,000, hit 73,000 here this week. Ethereum, same story. It hit 4,000. Almost 4,100 on Ethereum. So really, the rates of returns, if you're just holding, if you had something like this over the past 6 months, close to 100%. Now that doesn't say go buy crypto now, because now it's a little too late. Price is already up there. But there are opportunities with the crypto market as well. So I just wanted to make sure that we introduce that in these investing classes as well, and just kind of let you guys know cryptocurrency is an opportunity out there as well. A great market. And I think it's here to stay unless it gets stopped somehow, which I don't know how they're going to do that. But it is a great opportunity to be diversified in another asset class. Right. And it's almost the new gold as far as Bitcoin.
For a lot of people, it's replaced gold.
Yeah, but it does move fast, which is exactly what you want, which people think is a little bit scary. Well, come into one of these investing classes, learn how supply and demand works. It works for any asset, any time frame on a price chart, any strategy. It's just understanding how to do that and how to identify it with odds and probabilities. So one last giveaway to the investing class here on the show. Simply just text the word investing to the number 210. And this is for 2 seats for an investing class. Right here at the Academy, we do these classes several times per week. Matter of fact, I think we've had so many people come into these investing classes. I think we did seven of these workshops here in the past 7 days.
Right.
So it's just phenomenal, the amount of people that are coming in, strategies that are designed for income, strategies that are designed for wealth for later on. But people are looking to improve their life, and it starts with doing things a little bit differently. I get it. Sometimes it's it's different going into a place where you've never been to learn about something maybe that you've never known about. But that's that hardest thing. Once you take that first step, take that next step, and then leap to that next step that you want to get to. That is how you build something for your future. Text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats for an investing class. Al, we've had a lot of comments here on the show, but a lot of topics you've covered as well, and you've dropped a lot of knowledge. Let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, you know, a lot of our students are looking at taking their financial life to the next level. You can't get to the next level, by the way, being and behaving as a person who got you to where you are right now. You have to be willing and able to learn, and that's learning new things and maybe unlearning some of the old things or the old ways. One of the best ways to learn new ways is to study and spend time close to people who are already where you want to be. In other words, what are your dreams? How do you get to those dreams? And this is the latest fortune cookie. You know, sometimes
it's been a
I
little
get
while.
some of my best information from fortune cookies. Said it may be those who do most dream most.
I like that. Get started today, and it takes a little bit of effort. Action is that first step. Text investing to the number 210. We appreciate the subscribers and followers on the podcast, on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. That's Investing and Trading Live, and wherever you listen to your podcast. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.